Hello everybody, today I'm going to be doing my next video. Last time, well, a while back I was doing some AFK stuff, one main thing that happened was I got my first Blood Moon, but I think I mentioned that a few episodes ago. I'd also upgraded to my weapon stash and shield stash, so that's why I'll have increased inventory space. Next we're going to be heading to the Gerudo Desert, so you're going to want to teleport to the outskirts stable. Okay, well, now we're at this outskirts stable. First thing we're going to do is get our horse. A few episodes ago, I had told you all some requirements that you should get before going to this region, which were 5 ancient arrows and also, 600 rupees. Okay, now let's see here. Now we're just going to be heading this way towards the Great Plateau, and we're going to turn into the Gerudo Desert. There will be a few enemies on the way there, so we just have to be careful of them. Okay. I'd say the series almost finished. I've pretty much beaten most of the game, so I need to do this last dungeon and a preparation video or two for Hyrule Castle. Then I'll have officially finished the series. One part later in the series is going to require 13 heart containers for the Master Sword. If y'all already know how to do that, y'all can just do that in advance. I'm actually going to have to do that on this file eventually. I do have a lot of shrines I haven't gotten the Spirit Orb inside of, so I could just go do a run where I get all of them. Not on camera, of course, just to not spoil the entire puzzle behind it, but just because it'll save some time. There's a Hinox enemy right there, which we have to be careful. There's a skeleton version of them, which always walks around at nighttime. They'll just kind of roam a little area next to them. I kind of wish the regular ones did that, as I feel like it'd make them more menacing instead of just always sleeping. Okay, up ahead there are going to be a few enemies, which they do have a bit of a damage on them, so they're a bit hard to deal with. I believe one of them upgrades, but you just have to be careful. And I hit him off his horse and ran him over. Okay. Basically, we're just going to be following this road. There's a shrine nearby on my thing. Okay. There's a Yiga coming up, so you have to be careful. Up there are a bunch of those wooden stilts and stuff along the canyon. That's where all the main dungeons were originally found, before they were unburied. Ooh, that might have been the exact spot. I see the shape of it now. Okay, that right there is probably the exact spot where they found the first one. Because I'm seeing this giant hole right here, and it's perfect shape pretty much. Okay, here we go. Now we just need to continue heading along these cliffs. Okay. Now we're about to enter the desert region, as right now... Well, actually we're in the desert region. Actually, it's kind of hard to explain. The map's kind of strange in these two regions. If you talk to that person right there, you can sell him your horse. You can't actually sell him that legendary Epona horse that's named Epona. If you do this, however, you won't be able to get her again, so it's not recommended to sell Epona. Let's see here. On my main file, I had sold him a pretty good status horse, but I just gotten one from the wild because I already knew what would happen. Okay. There's some strange lights here at the desert. Up ahead, I'm going to need this Magnesis rune. There are going to be some boulders. Okay. Now we gotta activate this. Here we go. Throw it away. Oh no. They're reassembling. There we go. Knock the skeleton enemies back over. And now I just gotta run through. Ooh, horse just jumped over that rock. Okay. We're almost there. Those boulders are pretty much the halfway mark of where we're heading. You're going to need the warm doublet or just any warm item that you can find for this first part of this quest. Here we go. Beyond these rocks should be where you find the stable, but as usual you gotta find that shrine first so you can teleport back there. Some of those desert wolves. They're not that much of a threat, but you can't lock onto them because they don't count as enemies even though they attack you. Okay, that shrine's been activated. Now we're gonna head on down. At this point, there's not really much to claim here except this. There's also a quirk seed at the top of that rock right there, but I forgot about it right now. Now we're just gonna sit here until nighttime. A minute ago in the game it was 2 a.m. inside of the game, of course, and I reset the timer to 9. When you do reset the timer, at nighttime in the desert it becomes cold, so it's easier if you just wait till nighttime to travel around, because you'll usually have the proper gear for it. I think it hasn't gotten cold yet. Okay, these enemies you want to watch out for. And it's become cold. I should do this one for better defense. Okay, here we go. I really need to upgrade my armor on this file. I'll do that on one of my guide videos. The next dungeon is inside that giant sandstorm. Oh no. This doesn't happen on my runs. Okay, yeah, the enemies are coming out. There's a few enemies in that hole, and if they notice you, it doesn't end well. Which that's actually the first time that's happened to me. Okay, now it's going to do a little cutscene like it did on a few episodes ago when I went to Goron City. Okay, now that cutscene's over. Now we're going to be heading to the main town, as it's just a bonus village that we'll come back to in a minute. Let's see here. Just to be extra safe, you can go to sleep at the fire a second time just to reset your timer. Okay, timer's been reset. I'm just doing it so it doesn't become daytime and it becomes really hot out and then you can't really survive. So I'm just doing it for the extra safety step. Actually, earlier I just equipped my metal gear because there was lightning. Now I can actually re-equip my gear. Kind of hard to see it on the camera, but you can see the town. And down there's a glowing ball of electricity, which is one of those electric geese. She's flying up to me right now, so I gotta avoid them. The sand can actually be pretty good for shield surfing on. Just slow, but sometimes it works. Oh, he's doing that glitch again, where he'll just run in one direction forever. Oh, that was weird. He just ran all the way over there and then ran back. They seem to be doing that lately. I'm sure Nintendo will patch it, maybe. Okay, this part you can shield surf down real easily. We're going to activate this shrine. Okay. At this point, you're going to be talking to this guy. You're not allowed into the town, so you're going to need a specific armor set that you're going to get. So after you talk to him, now we're heading back over there. Just as long as you have the shrine, you should be good. This is where that 600 rupees are going to come in handy for. My horse couldn't hear me. Weirdly enough, if you're going this way and heading back to the bazaar, which is where that area is, it's actually weirdly easy to shield surf, as y'all can see how fast I'm going. So now we're just going to keep heading on over. Okay, now we're just gonna head on up. Head up the side part. At the top of this ladder, there's gonna be a bunch of cutscenes and stuff. But there's gonna be a person up there that you're gonna buy some armor with. So you're just gonna buy the armor from that person. At this point, we can just teleport over there. Before we head into the town, there are lots of cutscenes and stuff, so I'm just going to skip what I want to mainly show you all, as there's one specific area you're going to want to visit. When you go to the armor shop in the town and you go to the side area, you're gonna have to insert a password. So I'm just gonna insert the password on screen, and the last thing will be a diamond, just so you know. Okay, once you're inside, there's a specific armor set you're going to want to buy. Now you're going to want to buy this headband. Let's see here. It's pretty much all you have to buy in here. Basically, after you're going to go outside and talk to the queen. So I'm just going to skip all it because it's a lot of cutscenes. Oh yeah, forgot. By the way, if you want to go to the queen, simply you just have to go through the front and through those doors over there. She's going to want to talk. She is going to want you to talk to one of the main guards out to the side. So that's what I'm going to go do. After you talk to the main guard, she's going to tell you to go to the Iga clan hideout, which is where those ninjas that are attacking the player are at. Let's see, I'm just checking my gear. Yeah, I have the 5 ancient arrows, the weapon. Yeah, I have pretty much anything I'll need for the fight. Assuming y'all follow this guide step by step, if y'all went to the armor shop that I'd shown y'all a minute ago and purchased the headband item I was telling y'all about, it'll give you heat resistance during the daytime, so you can go through it. You don't have to worry about the sun anymore. But it only protects you so much, meaning you won't be able to protect you in all situations. And at nighttime, you can just do the warm clothes that we got earlier in the series. Okay, this next part shouldn't be that hard to get to, so we're just gonna start heading on over. There aren't that many enemies, but sometimes there is, as a lot of the enemies are more randomized in the desert. As at nighttime you'll find those electric keys, and the same thing for nighttime again, you'll find those electric Lizalfos enemies. In the daytime you'll find regular Lizalfos, so the enemies are just more random around these areas. Where we see those little poles right there is where we're going to be heading. They're actually stone pillars, but still. There are a few treasure chests, as you can see one over there. It's a bit hard to see. Okay, let's see here. But some of those treasure chests are rigged with an Octorok enemy that'll just jump out and damage the player. If the Octorok enemy is killed, though, it will drop some money for the player, but not that much. Let's see. There's going to be a few boulders in these cliffs, by the way. Okay. Up there, I don't know if you can see, there's some Lizalfos enemies blended in with the pillars. If you try to climb up, they'll just kind of hit you with their tongue like a whip, and then it'll knock the player down. Okay, now here's going to be some of the hazards coming up, or there are going to be some boulders. You just want to mainly avoid them. Hey, by the way, I didn't tell you what the creature this is. This is what's referred to in the Zelda game as a sand seal, which in the name is described. It's a seal that goes in the sand. Basically, we're just riding on this thing. Those are the first set of boulders. There's one more set of boulders, a few guards, then it'll be the main thing. Okay, here they are. These boulders come back, well, they come down faster, so you have to be careful. And we're almost there, because we can't really walk, we won't be able to walk any further in just a moment. Up here, you can't get your sand seal up there, and they can't ride in stone, only in sand, so he's gonna head out of here. Now I can climb up on these rocks. There's gonna be some Yiga guards, but there's gonna be new Yiga clan member enemies that you'll fight. Let's see here. It's gonna like appear around here. Shot him in the face, which does more damage. Where did he go? There we go, I defeated him. And I got his cool bow. At the start of the game, I thought those bows that shot 3 arrows at a time, but apparently they only shoot 2 arrows at once. Although my current bows I have are better. It depends on the time of day that the player gets here, but let me show you all. Over there is one of those shrine pedestals, and when it turns orange, those stones, if you break them and put the rocks on top of it, one of those shrines will come out. So it's like one of the best ways to teleport back over here. There's going to be a reason you're going to want to teleport back here, which I'll show for y'all in just a minute. Okay, now there are going to be some more guards, which we'll be fighting. They're not too hard to deal with, so you just got to be careful of the arrows. Ooh, here we go. And he's defeated. He's like one of the only enemies that'll drop rupees, so you just gotta be careful of that. Well, actually, you just gotta make sure you get all the rupees. Yeah, and defeated him. Yeah, they drop bananas. Here we go. Now we're gonna head inside. But I was telling y'all the reason why you're going to want to teleport back here. Well, there's a few chests inside the hideout that you can't really get while the main guards are here. But also there's a giant vault filled with bananas. And the bananas can actually be used in some pretty good dishes. So we'll be able to use that later. Okay. You're going to want some fire, and you're going to head to this little thing right here. And if you look under the crack, you can see something behind it. So we're just going to burn that down, and also equip the weapon I have. Now if you have any stealth gear, this is where it would be come in handy, but to be honest I don't have any with me right now, so we're just going to have to enter into the hideout. Okay, now here's the real tricky part where those ancient arrows will come in handy. Here you're going to want to sneak. You don't have to do it, but I just crouch down just so it's extra safe. You can get these bananas and smash these. That guard's imprisoned. The only way to save that guard is to come back later. Okay, now there's going to be a guard here, so you're just going to want to climb up this rock when the guard's on that side. But you can see him down there with his torch. Okay, now this part right here, there are 2 ways to play at it. There's that guard right there, which they like bananas, so they'll go after him. So if I shoot that right there, the banana will fall down and they'll try to get it. To play it safer, you could just shoot him with one of the ancient arrows as it insta-kills them. Yeah, that's actually what I'm going to do. I'm going to equip the better bow so I have a better aim on him. And fire! There we go. And the guard's been sealed away, which means we can progress onwards. Okay. Don't go into that door as there are lots of guards there and it'll just be more difficult. Instead, climb up this ladder to our banana vault that I was telling you all about. There it is, just up ahead. Okay, so now we're just gonna grab all these free bananas here. And it is a lot of them. Let's just open this. But you got some topaz. Okay, now here's going to be the extra tricky part. You're going to want to fall down onto here without going down there. Here you can just destroy the guard when he gets in range, and as you can see, the guard's been destroyed. Now fly on down to this ladder. I am going to want to recommend ancient arrows for this, as sneaking past that guard is going to be hard to get up to this ladder. But up here there's a few other things you can grab. Like this banana, which we will have to distract one of the guards with bananas in just a moment. And another chest with 100 rupees inside of it. Now we can head up this way, And over here. Down that ladder is a secret room with some treasure, but it's kind of hard to get at this point in the game, so we'll come back for it. Well, you can, but after you defeat their boss. Okay, at this point, what you're going to want to do is shoot the guards. There's a guard right there you're going to want to shoot. I'm just playing it safe. And there's one right there. You don't have to get this one, but I just recommend it for the extra safety. Okay, it's pretty much as cleared out as this place is gonna get. I'm just checking my bows and stuff to make sure I have my right weapons for the boss fight. Which I do, so now I'm gonna head into the main boss's area. The pots here always give arrows, so it's important if you smash those. There are also like 4 chests in this room. Okay. Lots of different chests in here. I already tried shooting those things in the middle for a bullseye. It does not unlock any secrets. Last chest in the room. They supply you arrows in the pots and that bow right there for the boss fight, and just in case the player doesn't have the required item for it. There's going to be a cutscene before this boss fight, so as usual I'm just going to skip it. Okay, well now here's the boss fight against the leader of the Yiga clan. When he spawns in those giant boulders above himself, he'll throw them at you unless you defeat him quick enough. You can throw a remote bomb at him to get the boulder to fall on him, or you can shoot him with an arrow. The bomb can actually go through his force field. As you can see, it'll fall on him and he'll get launched into the ground, thus allowing him to shoot him and then hit him. He's gonna get mad and then start changing his tactics. This one's not that hard of a boss, to be honest. It's like a pretty, well, a lot of people consider it the easiest boss in the game, but it is one of the more unique ones, since all of them are like just different forms of Ganon. He's gonna launch around, and the player will just be able to hit him. There he is, right there behind his force field. He's gonna spin these around, and when they get on top of his head, you're gonna shoot them, and oh, I missed it. That's okay. Master mode, he will restore health like any other enemies, so it's just this fight is a little bit harder on master mode. Okay, there we go. It's gonna fall on him, thus doing extra damage. Okay, phase 3 of the fight, which is the easiest one, since you don't require any special arrows and stuff. All you need to do here is use Magnesis to land the ball on top of him. There's actually something interesting that he does in this fight. He uses his own Magnesis to roll the ball towards the player, but the player can just steal that and then hit it at him, which does damage. Whenever the ball's like about to hit him, he'll start going crazy, as you can see, and lower his shield. Okay, well now he's defeated, so now we're just gonna... He pretends, well actually he has a special ability that he says that he's gonna use on the player, but it backfires on him. So now we're just waiting for it to finish. And it's gonna spawn the giant thing that he'll use to destroy us. And just in this case, it's one of those giant metal balls, which is funny what happens after he dies. And now he's gonna continue to talk to you, and it's gonna start rolling back on him, which is, this is one of the most funny things ever. And then he's defeated. And then we'll get what we came here for. Let's get the item we came here for, which is needed for the next dungeon, as this was only like a mini dungeon that the game has you do. Well, actually, next time I got to do the main dungeon, which is going to be that one we found in the desert. This is just like a mini one, like I was saying. Well anyways, that's gonna finish up this video, so please like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Goodbye.